We're working with the Himalayan Cataract Project and the Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology to help them understand how to better deploy community eye hospitals in underserved parts of the country or the world. Right now, we are speaking from the city of Hetauda, which is in a relatively low-income portion of Nepal, and they have a community eye hospital here that's been around since about 2008. And the eye hospital has basically been working towards sustainability, by which we mean its sort of hospital income is covering all of its operating costs. And so we're trying to understand, is that a model that can be replicated elsewhere? So we've done a lot of interviews with the team, both at the Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology headquarters in Kathmandu, as well as here in Hetauda, to understand what are the barriers to sustainability, what are the key challenges that they've been facing, and see if we can generalize that.
We basically are asking for questions to understand what are they doing right now, what can be done better maybe, to try to replicate this model in other countries probably, or in other places here in Nepal.
The community eye hospital that has been established here for about 8 years is essentially a pilot project to see if it can be replicated not only in Nepal but around the world. Well, this is the third Tuck team we've worked with. We are down here asking a lot of questions of the staff. We asked a lot of questions of the Tilganga staff up in Kathmandu about the project, and trying to suss out what's the secret sauce, what needs to change in order for this model to work here, but also what are the inputs and the key drivers for other community eye hospitals that we may put in other areas.
I have an uncle who is blind, not by a cataract, but who has been through several extensive eye surgeries, so it's a little personal to me, but also I knew it was going to be a little bit more challenging than a traditional FYP, so that was also exciting. And Nepal, to help the people of Nepal with something that devastates a little bit of their population, I think is very enriching.
It's an opportunity to, see another country through a lens that you very rarely get to, through the consultant lens, through the business lens, and just sort of understand how doing business in one place may differ from what you've been doing at home.
I think that it mixes kind of the benefits that you get from cultural exploration with working on the consulting project, and I think it is probably a little bit more challenging than a traditional FYP, so if you're up for the challenge, I think it can be very rewarding.
For me personally, traveling to an area of the world that I've never been before, I wanted to do something that was humanitarian oriented, and also it had a consulting piece, which was a skill that I wanted to develop.
Amazing country, surprising, completely different from what we are used to.
My expectations were exceeded significantly. I found the people very accommodating and very willing to reach out and help us with whatever we could, and they're just a very friendly people, and I'm really happy to be here.
We've been thinking about this Hetauda question for at least a month and a half now, and when we finally arrived, we'd done a ton of interviews in Kathmandu, and we finally got to Hetauda, and we were meeting the doctors who actually doing the surgeries and who were working with the patients, and the ophthalmic assistants as well, and just really getting to take all these things that we'd sort of read about and talked about and thought about and personalize them. That was really special.
There are like 50 people in the 50 patients in front of the hospitals, and they have done the surgery the day before. Doctor was going around and they're taking off their, the covers, and now they can see the site, and they're like joyful about it. That's like a thing like really amazed me. Like that is my first time being involved in this kind of like a worthy project.
The practice is completely different from theory, definitely. I mean, before coming here, we thought that we were going to see something, and when you are actually here, you understand that everything is completely different from what you thought. So it is important to see the place and to understand how they do the things, to try to work from there.